Hi everyone, this is Suman. Welcome to my YouTube channel AKV. Please like and subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts for the next video. And this would be my first YouTube video, so if if there is any kind of editing or pronunciation or any kind of mistakes or improvements you want me to do, let me know in the comment section. So let's start. Today we're going to talk about the ransomware, mitigation strategy and steps to be taken after you are infected with a ransomware. Ransomware, it's a type of malware that encrypts the files on your machine and asks for the payment. And sometimes you make the payment, or the companies make the payment and they get the decryption key. But sometimes you make the payment and they don't provide you the key and they ask for more money. And this normally happens, the ransomware attack normally happens because of social engineering and social engineering techniques, and any kind of spear phishing or crate phishing attacks. Or suppose there is a user sending an external attacker sending a phishing mail. He can send an attachment with a blank PDF file, and you cannot see if he could embed an invisible script into the PDF file, and then once you click on that, you get infected or you get attacked by the ransomware. Let's talk about the ransomware risk mitigation strategies. So let's move to the point one. The point one is you should always be proactive, and you should have a incident response plan, playbook, business continuity plan, disaster recovery plan, so you can avoid this kind of things. Let's move to the point number two. You should always educate your employees about the cybersecurity and phishing awareness, and you should kind of do campaign cybersecurity campaigns inside your organization. And so you can avoid this kind of, and educate the users not to click on any kind of suspicious link, or any kind of if they are getting any kind of suspicious mails, don't reply to that. Or if it has an attachment, don't just go ahead and open that attachment. And you should have all kind of mail filtering gateway, like Proofpoint, or there are some other Cisco Iron Port, this kind of devices to filter your mails. Let's move to the point three. You should install multi-factor. You should enable multi-factor authentication. Let me give you an example. So suppose you are using Office 365 in your office, and you log in, you enter your user ID, you enter the password, and there are different applications available which you can install on your mobile device. So once you enter your password, it'll prompt you that application like Duo. It'll prompt you whether is that you are trying to log in, or some applications provide you a passcode. You have to enter it on your O365 login page. And once you enter that, you'll be able to log in. And or in case of Duo, you get is that really you're trying to log in, and you get a cross button and a tick mark button. You just need to click on the tick mark button to log in. So that's what an MFA is. It's multi-factor authentication. So the point four is we should always keep our systems patched and up to date. So any server or machine or any devices that are on your network environment, or you should scan it regularly, or probably bi-weekly. You can perform a bi-weekly scan to find the vulnerabilities on that machine or the device on the server. and you can actually patch those vulnerabilities. And also if there is any kind of bug, or there's a new version of that OS, or any application or the software is available, update to the newer version, so it fixes all the kind of previous issues on that machine or the application or the OS. Let's move to the point 5. We should have a EDR solution. So normally an EDR solution like CrowdStrike, Falcon, or there's some couple of more are there, so you can use any of these. You can use an EDR solution or an XDR solution. So normally what it does is it detects, and it takes appropriate measures, and it creates an alert. So you are able to detect and that particular threat before it creates any issue or attacks, or makes your computer vulnerable to attacks, or opens a backdoor. So yeah, just install and configure a EDR solution properly. Let's move to the next slide. So the tools that focus on EDR can help decrease the risk of ransomware attack, and are useful as a part of incident investigation and response. So you should configure it properly, configure the rules properly, the use cases. So it just decreases the risk very much. And then we move to the last point. So you should have an incident response and a legal team, or it's a kind of negotiation team who can actually negotiate in the worst case scenario you have to you pay the ransom, or so they can actually negotiate with the attacker, and so you have to arrange those kind of team and in advance. Now let's move to the steps to be taken if your organization is already infected. So once your any machine is infected with ransomware, just take the ransom note, and there's just go to the Google, and there's a website called ID Ransomware. So just type it and go to the site, and you will find a search box in that site. Just paste the ransom note there and click on search, and it'll search, and it'll tell you whether the ransomware with which your files are encrypted, if those files can be decrypted, or there is a openly decryption key available or not. And if it's available, then you can use it, or you can try using other decryptor tools. The second one, immediately you should disconnect the infected machine from machine or laptop or a tab from the network, whether it's a wired or wireless or a mobile phone. Then in case of there's a very serious case, you should turn off the Wi-Fi and disabling the core network connection, including the switches. I know this is not possible, but I'm talking about very serious situation where a propagating ransomware like WannaCry is something like WannaCry is affected. Your machine is affected by that, something like WannaCry, which self-propagates itself. So in that case, you would need to do these kind of things. Let's move to the next one. You should reset all the credentials, and including passwords, especially the admin password and other accounts, and you should also verify that you are not locking yourself out of the system that are needed for recovery. I mean, it's talking about backup, SAN, and those kind of things. So you can actually, if you have a backup on the cloud or on a SAN or any external storage device or an offline backup, you can safely reinstall the OA operating system, and you can bring up the backup and then place it on the machine, and then you're good to go. But before that, you gotta be sure that the backups are also not infected. So yeah, on the backup servers or backup machines or on SAN, there are some kind of different kind of antivirus or other kind of programs which runs, and it actually scans those backups and make sure those are always clean. Let's move to this next one. Connect the device. After that, you need to connect that infected the clean machine to the network to install all the updated patches and software or operating system, and also you install the antivirus on the machine. Then you can connect that to your network and monitor the traffic and run an antivirus scans to identify if there's any kind of infection remains. The next one, some decryptor tools, but before you use that, please try it on a simulated environment or in a sandbox environment. So these are a couple of tools, and here are a couple of links are here where you can find some more tools. So there is something Shade Decryptor. It decrypts. You can download it and decrypts any kind of file affected by all versions of Shade ransomware. So there is the Rakhni Decryptor, then the Rannoh Decryptor. So these are some of the decryptor which are available, and below are some other links where you can find some more tools, and you search in Google, you can find some more links as well. So that's all about ransomware mitigation strategy, risk mitigation strategy, and steps to be taken after you are infected. Thanks for watching, and please leave your comment, and please subscribe to my channel, and give a thumbs up to the video. Thank you.